Welcome to Maintenance Group 2. You know when you look through your owner's manual of today's cars, they show in the back a little maintenance section, you know, like change oil, change your air filter and all. I'm almost guaranteed you won't see this. Adjust valve clearances. On these old engines, you are required to adjust valve clearances. I'm going to show you how to do that right now. First step is to remove the valve cover. So you remove this bolt here and this one here. That's 10 millimeter. Then you remove these. 1, 2, 3. Those are 12 millimeter. If you still have the PCV valve, you remove that. And if you still have your original air cleaner, you remove the hose that goes there. I just pulled this off. You can do that, or you can unbolt it. That's also a 10 millimeter. Okay, now what you want to do is you remove these bolts. I've already loosened them, so. Now if you want, one safe tip is to remove these things here. And then there's your valve cover. There you go. Now you can see the camshaft, which is here. There's your rocker arms. And here's your valve springs and your valve. What you're going to be adjusting is the space in between this, the valve, and the rocker arm. Now how do you do that? Okay, first step is you have to put the engine in the first cylinder at top dead center compression. And how you do that is, if you look down here, there's this row of numbers, 5, 0, 5, 10. You want to put it on 0. There's a little notch in the crankshaft pulley, and then you rotate it. Now you're going to fight compression. If you do this on a bigger engine, you may have to pull the spark plugs out. But this is a small enough engine where you can do it without doing that. Here comes the little notch. Now we should be now the way to check is you grab a hold of the first two rocker arms and give them a little shake. If they're loose, you're right. Now what you want to do is you take a 10 millimeter and you stick it on the lock nut. This gets a little uneasy, but once you do it the first time, and then here's the set screw. You stick your feeler gauge in between and you loosen the lock nut, and you turn the set screw till there's a slight drag. Once there is a slight drag, you tighten it down and pull the feeler gauge out. And you do that for the required number of ones that have to be done at that one point. When you are done doing all of that, you give the engine one revolution by turning the crankshaft until a little marker comes up. And then the ones that you just did will be really hard, and the ones that you didn't do will be loose. Tighten the lock nut really tight. Otherwise, if you don't do it that way, when you start up the engine, it'll sound like a diesel. When you're all done, you put it back together like this. Here's your valve cover. Make sure the gasket is still on there. And then start up the engine, see how it is. It should idle a lot better. It should also sound better. This is one of many maintenance groups which I'll be doing real serious how-tos inside the engine and out. This is 84 Hachi signing off.